top of the schmeat to you all. 16-35 f2.8 Sony Mark II. Let me grab this real quick. Just kind of like show you guys how big of a problem I've had. For some reason over the last year, I've allowed myself to spiral out of control once again and chasing the need for more shit. I actually made a video years ago about how excited I was to pick up the Sony 16-35 because it was like a pinnacle dream lens for myself as a creator. Like, it was this lens that I honestly thought that I would never be able to afford. Working hard enough to be able to afford it was fucking huge for me. It was like insane. Fast forward, naturally me being a typical human being that's riddled by the attention span of TikTok brain in this day and age, I got like bored of having a good setup. Sony FX3 with the 16-35. And then obviously last year they came out with the Mark II. But during the journey of being bored and wanting to find the need to like get more shit, I stopped using this one lens that does a fantastic job at everything that I would need as a creator and even as a creative, and I buy an arsenal of lenses to replace that. Like, seriously, no need for half this shit. I justified getting a smaller compact 16-35, the f4 version. This really is a good lens. Super compact, a lot of great features. But if I get the smaller 16-35 to encourage the idea that I would go out and create more, well, that means I have to have a 35 millimeter 1.8 or 1.4 lens so I can get that really smooth bokeh, right? So I get that on the idea of, oh, well, I'll just use my 16-35 for most cases and then have this 35 1.4 for any other case. But lo and behold, once again, spoiled by the riches of boredom, I decided to pick up a 24 millimeter f1.4 and then a Cinema 50 millimeter 2.T2.0 and then a fucking anamorphic lens. And the key factor from this being that by having this just one simple thing, there should be no issue to just get the shit done that I need to get done. Shockingly, I find out that by having all these lenses, I'm just influenced to create less because it's like, what do I use for this or that or like this shot? And I just overcomplicate everything. Again, human, stupid TikTok brain. God, it really does suck, huh? Doesn't it? Hey, buy my merch, by the way. I know it's not a cowboy hat. Well, as of the last few months, I've really decided to rip that Band-Aid off. No more excuse. We're getting rid of all these extra fucking lenses that I don't need. We're going back to the 16-35. But I figured it'd only be smart to get the new 16-35 f2.8 GM Mark II. It is smaller. It is lighter. The hardware feels much better. The dials, more smooth. I'm happy with the upgrade. And whenever I get any opportunity to sell these lenses to fellow creators at a discount, it just absolutely makes my day. So I sold my previous 16-35 2.8 to a fellow creator who moved here to Charlotte. She's been loving it. God, it just brings me so much joy to be able to do that. Anyways, yeah, I just really wanted to stress the idea that holy fuck, we really make things so complicated, don't we? Sometimes less is more, especially when it comes to camera gear. These Sony products are insane. Like, I think it's gonna be a long time till we see this combination, the Sony mic with the FX3 and the 16-35. I think it's gonna be a while till this would be like outdated. Like, I don't even know if this ever will be outdated. Nonetheless, if you find yourself as a creative telling yourself you need all these things because by having more options, it'll allow you more freedom, I encourage you to just stay the course and continue telling the stories that you want to tell and enjoy that process in itself. And hey, if after a period of time you feel like you'd like to get additional things for the funsies of it and you don't allow it to dictate your decisions on just getting the shit done in the first place, more power to you.